Hi, Amber. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I've been a swim instructor for over 20 years now. I actually started when I started going to the community swim pool when I was a kid and taking lessons there. And I got so involved and I enjoyed it so much that I finished the program and became a lifeguard. And I actually started working for them. I also did club swim for 3 years and I became a swim coach and started getting interested in teaching swimming. And right out of high school, I finished that as well and became an aquatic manager. And then I moved on to the high school district, becoming an aquatic manager there, plus also an aquatic manager for a couple of gyms. And I loved it so much that I wanted to keep teaching and help people.
So it sounds like you have a love of swim. So I'm really glad that you're
Absolutely.
here to tell us more about swimming. Do you believe swimming supports physical and mental health?
Absolutely. It actually helps on not just physical and mental, but emotional as well. It covers all aspects just because of the environment that you're in. It's very isolated, but at the same time, you're not, because the only thing around you is just your mind and your thoughts. And there's no distractions from the outside world to prevent you from dealing with any kind of situation you're dealing with in your personal life or with school or family or anything like that. So you're actually able to address it and find a solution. So it's very good on that aspect of it. Physically, it's great because not only do you not have the issue of having gravity, being on your body, and plus with joints, it causes a lot of stress. So without that, you're able to build more tone and stretch your muscle and give it some release from that gravity. So you're able to get more of a physical aspect of it. And emotional, it also helps you sort out your thoughts and feelings to understand what you're actually doing in your life and trying to understand why you feel this way and help you to deal with it. So it does all three different areas.
So can you share a little bit more about that? You mentioned the environment. So is it something about the water, or is it solely that you're by yourself? What can you share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's very much about the environment and being in the water, because water, it prevents sound from coming into your ears, and it allows you to only have your thoughts. And because of the water temperature too, it also reduces swelling in your body, not to mention your brain. So for me, I've always had allergies, seasonal, anything with touch, taste, and it's always helped with that. So it clears out the sinuses, it reduces swelling in the body, and it helps with the joints and everything else. And it causes you to, also do flexibility and balance, because all of it comes into play when it comes to swimming. So that environment in particular is different than others because it gives you a chance to deal with just you and not everything else around you.
So would you say that swimming is also relaxing?
Very much so. If you do it enough, there have been times where I was on the high school swim team. I did varsity all 4 years, and I would swim enough to where I could actually halfway sleep during my workouts because it was so repetitious that my body automatically knew what I was doing. And so it would just continue, but it would allow my brain to relax and sleep because I'd already sorted out all the, emotional things and thought about what my day was going to be like and plan for the future. So I already knew what was going to happen. So I could actually calm down and relax. So yeah, you can separate your mind and your body completely and be able to, deal with one and the other. But then you also see the relationship, because most of the time your mind is in control of your body. So they're always working together and there's no separation. But in swimming, you have the opportunity to actually separate the two, and you can see the battle between them. The most time I would see it is when I was in a competition, maybe doing 1,000 yards freestyle or, an 800 butterfly, which is over 20 laps. And my body would say, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. And my mind will go, no, you're gonna finish. If you don't, you'll drown. You're in the middle of the pool. You have to stop. You have to keep going. There's no stopping. So that's the nice thing of it, is that there's an instant gratification when you touch that wall, when you're able to feel safe. And that's one of the benefits of it, is that, you're able to see the difference between how your mind and your body are actually two different things, but they're forced to work with each other all the time. In swimming, you're allowed to kind of see both sides and have them decide, I can control one, or I can just let this one win. So it's like anything in your life, there's always the hard part of a journey. And in that journey, you got to figure out if I'm going to keep going or not. And so once you get that wall, or once you stand up or come out of the water, it's instant gratification. It doesn't take weeks or years to receive type of reward. And it's a good feeling.
That's incredible. And do you think those lessons are important in childhood? And is it important for children to learn how to swim?
Absolutely. It's very much important for kids to learn how to swim. It's not just playtime in the water. It's more of, kind of understanding the surroundings and what they're capable of. And some of them will even realize that, it doesn't matter if I'm tall or short. It doesn't matter if I can reach that cupboard or if I can hit that ball or that type of thing. Swimming is something for everybody. There's all different types, all different levels. Even if you're handicapped or, if you have some other kind of disability, you can still do it. And it's great for everyone. And many times I used to compete against the guys because I was able to. And that's not something you usually see on other sports. But it's really good for kids because they could see that there's less limits in swimming than there are in other things for them. And so they really enjoy it more. And they get to use their imagination when they play.
Speak a little bit more about that imagination piece.
Imagination is really important for kids because not only does it allow them to understand what a situation is, but how to get out of it. And there's multiple ways to get out of it, and especially in swimming. So for example, if a little one throws a toy into the shallow end and tries to go down to get it, not only will they try to put their head down, but they'll try to kick their arms, throw their legs, and realize eventually that they don't have to do any of that. They just have to put chin down on their chest. And they realize that their head is their steering wheel to their car or to their body. And so it also gives them an idea of what science kind of brings into it and what gravity really plays in the part of their life. And so it gives them a more learning, and it also gives them concentration because there's no outside surroundings to distract them to concentrate to get what they want to get to achieve that goal. And when they get it, it's the biggest smile on their face. So it's really fun to see.
Yeah, seeing them achieve their goals. And
Yeah.
I was reading an article about how swimming helps with memory and cognition. Can you speak a little bit to that?
I think that has a lot to do with the idea of, being in your own surroundings, dealing with the thoughts and emotions in your head, and able to clear those things out and be able to sort through them. And then with the memory part of it, now you have room for other stuff. And you get better sleep at night because you've sorted out those feelings already. And now you can relax because it's done. You don't have to dream and figure out in your head how you're going to solve that problem. You've already done it. You've had that time. And because swimming gives you a confidence, you're able to go ahead and take action on it because you have confidence in yourself and your abilities. So it actually does quite a bit of different things. And when it comes to, that, it plays a big part.
Amazing. Anything else that you want the audience to know about swimming?
Yeah, swimming's a really good exercise. You just have to be careful about how you do it because if you do too much of it, obviously it's not a good thing. And if you do not enough, it's not a good thing either. So you have to find a good balance. You have to find proper technique and also find a comfort zone for yourself. And take baby steps. Don't just jump in right away and think you can do it. There's other things also to consider, not just lap swimming or playing, but there's also shallow water walking. So that's really easy. It actually tones the legs. It still gives you somewhat of a cardio, but that workout is more towards getting balance. You can still enjoy it because you're enjoying the sun. You can talk with your friend, and it's not very strenuous, but you're still working out the body, still getting a cardio. And that's all done by gripping the ground. There's also deep water walking or jogging. You put on an aqua belt and it's the same thing, but now you have less gravity on you because the taller you are out of the water, there's more gravity. So deep water is good for physical therapy. Same thing with the balance, strengthening and toning the muscles without stretching and building bulk. It also gives you more flexibility. So the two do different things, but those are ideas that you could always do if you're not ready for lap swimming. And for kids, it's just, playing and getting in with them and having a good time. Let them experiment, but just keep in mind, keep an eye out for medical conditions like ear infections. If they're too cold, they're not going to want to stay and play. But, anytime you spend on the water is really good for you.
It sounds like swimming is a great equalizer as well. It's good no matter what age, physical fitness level. It's good for everyone.
Absolutely. Even if with children with, mental health issues, especially right now in these times, that we're dealing with, it actually helps them a little bit more deal with stresses that they have in their life. They're being afraid of COVID or, anxiety, that type of thing. It helps them deal with it. And even for a child with lots of energy, it'll calm them down and relax them so they can actually do things. And then again, it helps you sleep. And for me and my family, that's always been an issue. So I enjoyed it because I got a chance to sort out my things. And I struggled in school a little bit, so it helped me with school. It allowed me to sleep at night. So it was great.
Yeah, I know when weather permitting, whenever I'm working with a client where I'm feeling stuck or I'm not sure which direction to go in, I jump in the pool, swim a little bit. It helps me figure out in which direction to go next. And it's just so healing in so many ways.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. And for you at home, if you haven't subscribed yet to Mind Body Pilates, a wellness approach, please do so by clicking on the logo below so that you don't miss out on future Pilates classes and interviews. And for questions for Amber, she will include her information below if you have any questions about swimming. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you again.